here to train the DUP away. So we're having some technical difficulties. Don't know if you've noticed. It's been quite seamless so far. So can I just have loads of noise for about 10 minutes? I'm doing the best that I can for you. Let's have, who's got drums?
My accent, I'm from Northern Ireland. As an LGBT plus Catholic Irish Republican woman, I'm pretty much the DUP's worst nightmare. I've known how awful the DUP are my whole life, having grown up in a country where they are the majority party. It's great that the rest of the UK have finally noticed the oppression that people in Northern Ireland have been facing. Pretty much everyone knows that marriage equality isn't a thing in Northern Ireland. Most people know that abortion is illegal. But I don't think anyone outside of NI has really stopped to think about the impact these things have on the daily lives of the women and LGBT plus folk that live there. I literally cried when I found out about the potential coalition. The DUP should be kept as far away from the halls of power as possible. It's bad enough they are in power in Northern Ireland, where on top of withholding rights from women and LGBT plus people, they are sectarian. They have links with terrorist groups in Northern Ireland, something the Tories are quick to slam Sinn Féin for, but it's fine when their power is on the line. We cannot allow the toxic politics of the DUP to be normalised or accepted or tolerated. I want to make something clear to the people who are now up in arms against the DUP. If this coalition of chaos doesn't happen, and the Tories don't jump into bed with a racist, sexist, homophobic, climate change denying party that literally is so incompetent in power that they cause the government in Northern Ireland to dissolve and an emergency assembly election to be called. Even if Theresa May sees sense and doesn't give these people power in Westminster, I hope the rest of the UK won't forget and will stand in solidarity with us in Northern Ireland as we fight for reproductive rights, as we fight for the rights of LGBT plus people, and as we fight the bigotry and hatred of the DUP. We've been doing this alone for a while now, and it'd be great if we could get some support. A tangible way you could all do this, right now, is get your phones out and donate to either an LGBT plus charity in Northern Ireland like Gender Jam or Cara Friend, or a reproductive rights group like the Abortion Support Network. It's important that we stand against things at protests like these, and that we show our opposition to frankly really shit things, but by turning out in force to say no. But it's crucial that our opposition doesn't end when we leave the streets and go home. Do not forget the people of Northern Ireland, because we need you. Solidarity.
Today to say no to the far-right coalition of Tories and the UDP, making our voices heard that we reject I keep saying that wrong. The DUP. I'm going to start again. It's autocorrect. Making our voices heard that we reject backroom deals that will see LGBT rights, women's rights, and the rights of minorities sold off to the highest bidder to keep the Tories in power. I call on the Scottish Tory leader Ruth Davidson. What assurance have you had that our rights as LGBT citizens are not under threat? We must never forget our rights were not gifted to us. Our sisters and brothers have fought for them and won, and we're not going to give them up without a fight. We are the many, they are the few. Since the general election was called alongside Jeremy Corbyn, destroying the narrative that austerity is inevitable, that things can only get worse, and that we cannot change the way things are. But last Thursday, thousands of young people voted for the first time. Millions of us voted against this government, and the Tories lost their government and were humiliated. These are amazing things that happened with a truly people-powered movement, despite the establishment telling us it couldn't be done. So my message tonight is there is hope. Hold your nerve, keep your faith, and keep going. In the words of Harvey Milk, I know that you cannot live on hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. We're going to be ready for the next general election, and we are going to win!
And seeing what has happened was not standing for it. I'm one woman alone, but do you know what? When there's many of us, one voice can be silenced, many is a movement. So I sat there with my children running around my feet because I am a mum and I have children. I sat there and set up this petition, and the petition is, I say no to Theresa May and her Conservative government with the DUP for everything I do not believe in. Who is to tell me what I can do with my body? That is my choice. Who is to tell me what sexuality I am or who I want to be with? That's my choice. Not just for me, but for everybody. We pride ourselves in Britain to try and include people in inclusion and having, you know, the choices to do things. So, as I said, I've set up this petition against this coalition or formation in government, because whatever way you want to put it, whether it's just supply and demand, whatever she calls it, or whether it be a coalition, it's the blooming same thing. You didn't win the race getting a piggyback off your mate, doesn't cross you or get you across the line. So, if anyone wants to support me on my petition, the hashtag is for the voice of the many and not the few. Okay, and it's set up on change.org as well. So please, everybody, get there, sign it, share it. I want to get this to 1 million if possible, and I will hand deliver this to number 10 Downing Street into their hands and say, listen, this is the voice of many and not the voice of the few.
Keep that going from the rain, everyone.